I'm live again. Yes, you're back. We're back, guys. So I'm just gonna share this one. Yes, I think it is better now. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here again. So, guys, welcome back to Alissa's Lifestyle Vlog. So, let me just invite them once more. I'm sending it in the group. Yes. Hello, everyone. Okay. Take two. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Alissa's Lifestyle Vlog. Thank you guys for joining me again. So we were discussing a while ago about the J1 program, right? I mentioned about the J1 program to that is being suspended by the Commission on Filipinos Overseas. So the J1 program consists of lots of other programs, including the teacher exchange program. So based on the moratorium that I've read a while ago, I will just take out the highlights of this moratorium. So they are going to suspend it for the meantime. So that's the key word, guys. So do not think that it will be, forever. It is just temporarily, it's for the meantime, and we are hoping that it will be lifted soon, sooner than we expect. So the reason why they're gonna suspend this one is this. They are going to they're going to review the program and try to assess the benefits of it to the Philippines, and to review the different regulations, because every program needs to be assessed and reviewed. So for me, I think there's also a positive benefit for this, because there are other agencies that are asking for exorbitant fees, too much fees. And as I shared to you my experience, I did direct hiring. I didn't pay any placement fees. I just apply directly, which you can do as well. So this is important. Now, this moratorium was given to all agencies so that they are instructed to halt all operations as of right now. So meaning you cannot proceed to your J1 visa application as of right now. All agencies are instructed that there will be no facilitation of the J1 visa program. Now, there is an update, guys. So someone sent me an email from the EVP, and this is actually good news, because I think they are currently reviewing it right now. But in order for them to get a good information, in order for them to come up with a good plan before they lift the J1 visa program suspension, they need to get information. And this email that was sent to me by one of my subscribers mentioned that the EVP or the CFO will be reviewing the program, the J1 program, and they are sending surveys. So this survey will be very helpful for them to come up with a good decision. So I will just read a line. to help us further review and determine the procedures that we need to undertake in instituting new policies for the benefit of every EVP participants. We would like to invite all Filipino exchange teacher participants to participate and answer the following survey that can be accessed through the following link. So guys, I will be sending to you a link that you can, I will be sending to you a link in an exclusive email that I will be sending later. So if you will stay in this live stream and comment and participate, I will be sending to you this link, as well as one school district that is currently hiring, and this school district is known to be hiring H1b applicants as well. So I will be sending all of that in an exclusive email for those who will stay until the end of this live stream. So I hope that you will continue watching and participating. So yeah, so I tried to answer the survey, guys, because I want you to get, I want you to know, I want to see what is inside the survey, so that we will have information on what are they trying to get from us. So this survey is for exchange visitor program. So you need to have a Gmail account in order for you to answer this survey, guys. So you need to have a Gmail account. Now, what are the things? I have it here. I screenshot it. What are the things that they're asking in the survey? So they are asking about details on local agency. So they're asking, do you have a local agency? So you need to click yes or no. If yes, please provide the name of the agency. If none, input NA. So just like me, I did direct hiring. So if I will answer this one, I'll just put NA. But if you have an agency, even if I think you are not yet done, so you can still put the agency that is currently helping you right now. Then another question, were you informed by your local agency about the 2-year home residency requirement? So that's important. So they're asking if you were informed. So yes, no, or other. Remember, the J1 program has 2 years home residency requirement. And right now, it is hard. It's getting harder to waive the 2 years home residency. So far, the easiest way is to have a U.S. citizen child or a U.S. citizen spouse. But based on the moratorium, I think even the no objection statement is still being suspended. So yeah, so there's a 2-year home residency, and you should be aware of that. And it is being asked in the survey as well. Now, another question, when did you sign Okay, another question is, how much in dollars are the total fees required by your program? So how much dollars are the total fees? So you need to include that one. Some are too much, right? So you need to include, because I think the result of this survey, it will be beneficial for you guys, because some agencies are really asking too much fees. So there should be, a general fee for all programs, so that others will not be paying a lot and others will not be, it's so unfair, right? So others are paying lots of dollars, even almost $1 million, right? And then others are paying this less. And even me, I did not pay any placement fee. So there should be a bracket that should be followed. There should be a fee that is true to all. So another question is, what are the items being covered by these payments? So is it covered by the program fee, CVIS fee, visa fee, endorsement fee, administrative fees? So that is part of the survey. And then provide the date of your first payment. What is the name of your U.S. sponsoring institution? So again, a U.S. sponsor is different from a recruitment agency. A U.S. sponsoring agency are those agencies that are designated by the U.S. State Department. Now, there are some sponsoring agencies that acts like a recruitment agency as well. So if that is the case, well, that is good, I think, because you're not going to be paying 2 agencies, but going to a recruitment agency and going to another sponsoring agency will be too much on you guys. So just be careful on that. Now, there's a question: how did you know about the exchange visitor program? It is conducted by a private agency in the Philippines, or you found information on the internet, or is it through referrals? So that is also being asked. I sorry, that is also being asked here in the question. Now, when did you first attend any orientation? So if I will answer this one, I did not attend any orientation, but if you do, it's also here. Where did it take place? Is it online, an agency representative? So some agencies will be doing online orientation or even in-person orientation. Now, there's also questions about your school, and there's also very intriguing because they're also asking your Facebook account. Oh, they're gonna ask your email address and your Facebook account. Yes, in the survey. So guys, I will be giving this all to you, the surveys and the information of the school, in my email later. So please keep on watching and supporting. So before I proceed, let me try to read your question, guys. Okay, this is a question from Learning with Fun. Hi, can you please tell how COVID has affected, and do they take teachers from other countries, and what's the status of visa currently from India? Hello, Learning with Fun. Okay, so as I was saying before, right now I think they're still currently hiring teachers. I didn't hear any official statement yet about suspending J1 visa in the USA. I think they're still hiring. The only problem now is the J1 visa program in the Philippines is being suspended. So that's why many applicants are now very confused if they're gonna continue with their application. So I will also be mentioning about the H1b visa as an alternative way for you to apply and teach in the USA. Yes, Joy Dalisay. Maybe they're just clarifying from us if you understand the terms and conditions of being under J1 visa. That's correct. I think the CFO is making sure that you know what you're getting into. Guys, J1 visa program has its own advantage and disadvantage. The advantage is you can come here in the USA and experience the country and experience the culture and learn a lot. I am very sure that you can learn a lot here. When I came here, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot of strategies and lots of things. So I think I have honed my skills and my teaching skills here in the USA. I've attended lots of great seminars, and teaching here is really fun because everything is being provided to you, and of course you earn better salary, right? But there's also a disadvantage. When you join the program, you should know that you will be going back home after your program ends, which is the 2 years home residency requirement. So if you think about it, that's a hassle, right? You're already here, you can bring your family here, you're living here, but after your program, you will go home. So that's one thing that you need to understand. Though there are other ways for you to keep on going, just like me, I joined J1 program, but I was able to continue my US journey because I was able to get a waiver. So if you haven't watched my video about how to get a J1 waiver, please check my channel. I've made a video about how to get a J1 waiver, how to change your J1 waiver to H1b visa, and eventually change it to green card. So I have already filmed those videos, guys. So check my channel. So it is really possible to continue teaching here and living here in the USA. So check that out. So for other countries, I'm so happy I have other subscribers from India, from Brazil. Guys, I think your country has different policies about it. So maybe your country, I think India is not so strict with the waiver. Okay, so I think you can just easily get a waiver, but try to check. I'm not really sure about your policy, but in the Philippines, getting a J1 waiver is also very strict. Usually, if you have a US citizen spouse or US citizen child, that's that's the easiest way for you to get a J1 waiver, but there are other options. So you better check my video on a J1 waiver. Hello MJ today. Thank you for coming. Are you ready to apply in the USA? Happy Princess, thank you for coming. Guys, thank you so much. Keep on sending me questions. So as I was saying, there is the current update from the CFO is the survey. So they want to hear from you. They want you to answer the survey so that you can share the information that is required for them to come up with a good decision whether to lift the G1 program or to keep it suspended. So guys, okay, you know what? I don't want, maybe you will miss. I will just send it to you now, the survey link, because I think it is important that this survey should be shared to everyone. So especially if you know, oh no, I cannot send it here guys because it's just limited capacity. Okay, so again, I will just send this one in my in the email. So don't forget to leave your email address later before we end this live. Okay? Yes. Now guys, so since the J1 program is being suspended right now, so what can we do? What can you do? Are you just gonna be crying? Do not cry, okay guys? Everything will be okay soon, okay? And I think with the pandemic as well, it will be very challenging this year to teach because there are a lot of plans of reopening next month or this coming August, but you know what, we still don't have a specific plans on what to do. So that's why to those who haven't even started the application, I think it's better for you to wait until next year if everything is okay. But for those who already started and already paid lots of fees, I am hoping that this will be lifted soon. But what can you do? What can you do, guys, while waiting for the decision of the CFO, whether it's gonna lift the suspension or not? So first is you need to prepare your credentials. So prepare your credentials. How are you going to do that? So you can actually have your credentials evaluated even though you're not yet applying. So credential evaluation is important when you apply here in the USA. Credential evaluation is very important when you apply here in the USA because our transcript of records in the Philippines will not be accepted here. It should be evaluated and it should be equivalent in the US degree. So some transcript of records will not be accepted. So you need to check if your universities or your college is under CHED, is registered under CHED or it's really a registered and university, right? So if you submit your documents for credential evaluation, that will be assessed if it's equivalent to US degree. So that's very important. Prepare your credentials so that when there's an application, it's so easy to to apply because that's what they're gonna look for. And one tip, include GPA when you apply for credential evaluation. I'll be making a video today about how to do credential evaluation, so please check that out. So I will be making this video as soon as possible so that you will be guided on what to do and what to prepare and where, because there's a lot of credential evaluation services. So I will be sharing the credential evaluation that helped me. Now there's a question about it. So Um, for credential evaluation, do I need to be in the Philippines personally? Because currently I'm working abroad. No, actually, the credential evaluation services usually are located here in the USA. So my credential was evaluated when I was still in the Philippines. So I just sent my documents through courier like FedEx, for example. This is not sponsored, but through FedEx. So you can send it through FedEx, guys, and then they're just gonna return it to you with the evaluated transcript. So yes, even if you are in other countries, in the Philippines, you can evaluate your credentials. So yes, you may spend few dollars, like, okay, I will give you an estimate, so that you will going to spend around $250 to $300, depend on your credentials. If you have 2 degrees, well, that will cost more. If you have bachelor's and master's degree, that will cost more. If you add services like GPA, that's the final grade, which is I did, that's another, but it's not that expensive. So you will really spend money, but this will be worth it because there's no expiration. So once you have an evaluated credentials, you can use that when you apply, every time you apply, or even if you want to, study, do a further study here in the USA, they will also require you to get to have a evaluated credentials. So I think that is a good investment to have a credential evaluation. So again, I will be making a video about it today, so better check it out. I will guide you on what credential evaluation service helped me. And guys, I'm gonna recommend very, very good credential evaluation because I did it, and even my husband, who is an engineer, also used that credential evaluation service for his credentials so that he can apply here in the USA. And also even my sister-in-law who is a business administration graduate, so she also evaluated her credentials. So not only teachers, guys. So if you are planning to come here in the USA, and if you have friends or family that is, another profession and wants to come here in the US and apply, so they also need to have their credential evaluated so they can also use it. So I will be doing that video later on. So now, aside from preparing your credentials, so have a recommendation from your heads or principals already. Now, this is very important. Having a recommendation is important here in the USA. That's why, very important tip, be nice to your principal. Be nice. Okay, guys, you need to have a good relationship, because when I applied here, I was so blessed because my principal way back then was so supportive in my application. In return, she made me a recommendation letter. She signed the documents that she needed to sign, so everything was smooth flowing. So yes, so I didn't say that you need to be, too nice, but just have a good relationship, so that when it's time for you to apply, because it's really needed, even here in the USA, every time you transfer to another school district, you need a recommendation. Your application will not be processed without recommendation letters from your superiors. Yes, you can use recommendation letters from your colleagues, but they still need to ask 1 or 2 recommendation letters from your superiors, like superintendent or principals. That's why it's very important. Now, even if you don't have any plans to apply, so try to have one ready, because when you apply, usually they're gonna be asking for a recommendation letter. A recommendation letter will tell who you are as a teacher, as a professional, and many school will really require that. I have a friend, she has completed all the application. She has recommendation letters from her friends, colleagues, but the school, the HR will say, I will not process your application, or we will not give you the contract unless you give me a recommendation from your current principal. That's why it's really important. So that's one thing that you need to prepare, guys, and you need to think in advance. Have a recommendation ready. Now, another thing you need to do while waiting, have all your documents scanned and in PDF form. So most of the time here in the USA, when you apply, it's through online application. And at the end of your online application, they're gonna ask you to attach all the required documents for you to upload it to their website or to their system. So make sure that your documents should be in PDF form. Now, what are these documents? Your transcript of records. So if you haven't evaluated it, just do your original transcript. But if you already evaluated, use the evaluated transcripts, even your diploma. Maybe they're gonna ask for that, especially if you have master's degree. Certificate of experience, so you need to scan that one and in PDF form. Observation results, guys. I know for teachers you have observation results. Here in the USA, we are observed like more in my previous school. I was observed 2 times in a year. So every after observation, there is an observation results where the principal will write down the ratings and even the comments about you. So if you have that, you need to keep that, because that's another document that is needed to back up your application. So that will really tell a lot about you as a teacher. So if the observation result is not that good, well, just don't use that, but use those who have good results. So scan that one as well. That's very important. Birth certificate, so you need to have a scanned copy. Your passport, guys, if you are planning to apply in the USA, don't follow me. When I applied, I didn't have any passport. I didn't have any passport, guys. So I only got my passport after I got my contract. So that was funny, right? So when you want to apply abroad, you need to have a passport ready. And I'm not sure, but I think the passport validity now is 10 years. Wow, if that is right, if that is true, that is really great, because during my time it was just 5 years. So you better get a passport if you are really interested to apply abroad or here in the USA. So, and then another is valid ID. So you need to have that teaching license ID. So though I mentioned in my previous vlog that our license in the Philippines will not be accepted here in the USA, but I am not really sure with some schools. But here in Arizona, you really need to take a teacher's exam and pass documents and get a teaching certificate. They're not gonna ask your license in your country. You really need to apply for a certificate here in Arizona for you to teach. And one of the requirements is to pass a state exam. So during my time, I passed 2 state exams, one take. So I take it. So it's not that hard, guys. I'm sure you can also do it as well. So I took 2 state exams. Now, right now, I think only one. So every state has its own policy on teacher certification. So you better check out their website. If you're in Arizona, Arizona's Department of Education. If you're in California, California Department of Education. That's how you can Google them and you can go to their website to know the details on what to bring and what are the things that needed for the teaching certificate and exam results. So now, if you have passed any exam results, even if you've passed IELTS, you can include that one. But during my time, I did not have any IELTS exams, so that was a good thing. We were not asked, but we were just asked a document that prove that we can speak English. We have passed a English proficiency exam. Now, in their public school, we have our English proficiency test, right? So you can ask the result and use that document to certify that you are English proficient. I'm not sure with the other agencies what are the requirements, but in my time that was it. There's no IELTS requirement. So guys, so those are the things that you need to prepare. Now, let's talk about H1b visa. This is an alternative visa that you can get right now, especially right now that the G1 program is being suspended. So let's talk about H1b visa. Okay, but before that, let me read some of your comments, guys. I'm so sorry, I haven't read it. Okay, so let me pause and look at your comments. So Kim Riza, Miss Alissa, aside from the principal, who's next to request a reference letter? Since currently I am assigned as the school principal or teachers in charge in Brunei, but looking forward to go there. Okay, so aside from your school principal, any person that is, that is your superior, you can ask a reference letter or a recommendation letter. And remember, guys, you're the person that you're asking for a recommendation letter. They're not just only going to make you a recommendation letter, but you still need to inform them that they are going to receive an email. It's like a survey about you as a person. So aside from the letter, they're still going to give an email reference link, so to ask more about you. So that's why it's really important that you will secure a you can ask your principal to really do this big favor to you, because this is kind of hassle on their part to keep on checking their emails and answering things. And sometimes there's a lot of questions that they need to answer, and then they need to submit before your application to be submitted fully submitted. So that's why, aside from the letter, aside from that, there will be a survey that will be sent to their email. So if you're a current principal, Miss Nivaras, so you can ask someone superior than you. Maybe you have a superintendent or a supervisor. So that's it. So Sheila, I was able to take practice math and pass it way back 2005. Yes, you can actually use that practice result. Now, but make sure that you know that there are times I've heard that practice results will have validity like 10 years, something like that. So make sure that you can still use it, because if it's way back 2005, 10 years, that is like more than 10 years, like 15 years, right? No, not 10. 2005, 2000. Oh yeah, you can use that one, guy. 2015. So just try. Okay, I think this is more than 10 years, right? So you need to make sure that you need to check the validity, because some process results will not be accepted if it's taken too a long time ago. So okay, Mr. J Learning Hub, with what's happening in the US, I think this year will not be a great place to apply for a teaching job. Okay, I think you have a point. Okay, so this year will be really a challenging year for all of us here who will be teaching in the USA. So, but you know what? Honestly, I'm still looking forward to teach this year, since I will be in a new school and I will be back to kindergarten. So I am so excited, guys. I am so excited, though I'm kind of skeptical on, I'm still doubtful on what to do, because I haven't read an entire reopening plan of my current school district, but I am really positive that it will be okay. It will be all right. And there's a lot of my current school district is doing a lot of surveys that will make sure that they're gonna make a good decision on how to reopen school. So yes, it may be not a good time, but those who already have started their application have spent a lot of money. So we cannot really say that to them, right? So it's up to you. It's really your decision if you want to pursue it this year. Yeah, but if you really want to, be safe, you can wait next year. So that's why we're gonna talk about H1b application. That's so that you can maybe try to pursue that instead of J1 visa program. So by the way, an H1b visa has no 2 years home residency. Let's make it good. So any format, I don't think there's any format. The usual letter, the usual format. So you can check lots of examples in the internet, Arjun. Um, okay, so now let's talk about the H1B visa, guys. So as I said, I already made a video about how to change J1 visa to H1B visa. Now, how about when you want to apply from the Philippines for an H1B position? So there's few schools nowadays that is currently hiring H1B visa, because as I mentioned, when you apply when a school hires an H1B applicant, they are going to be legally bound to pay for the fees. Because if you're gonna hire a J1 visa teacher or a J1 teacher, the teacher will be the one to spend for her or his application, right? But for H1B, the employers will be the one to pay for the fees. But there are still schools that is currently hiring H1B, because when you are H1B, you have a chance to stay longer or permanently here in the USA. You can change it to green card because it's dual intent. Now, so in order for you to know if the school is hiring H1B, you need to ask. Simple. You need to ask. So I always tell you how to find a school. You can just go to Google and then type in the district. What are the districts available in Arizona or in California or in Texas? And then choose a school. Once you go to a school, find the human resources and find their email address. Now, when you email the human resources or the HR, you need to put your intention, or you need to write down your intention, which is to seek H1B petition, or you need to seek for H1B available position. So that's what you're gonna do. And then if you receive a like they're gonna say no, we are not accepting H1B applicants, or we cannot have H1B applicants, it's okay, because during my time I applied to lots of schools, like maybe 10. When I tried to change my J1 to H1, I tried to apply, but I'm out of 10 schools that I applied, only three or four schools that tells me yes, you can apply and we can petition you for an H1B, so as long as you secure a job. So see, it's not a lot of schools that is hiring H1B. But the good thing of H1B, guys, is the fees are paid by your employers, and there's no 2 years home residency, and you can change it to H1B. You can change it to a green card eventually. So, okay, now, later on in my email, I can send you an email about a school district that messaged me about H1B application, but I did not pursue my application to them because I chose another school. So that's what I want to share to you guys. And when I checked their website, I think they're still hiring nowadays, some positions only. Okay, so you can check their website later when I give it to you. So now let me read some of your questions. From Radha: do the school recruit international teachers to all grade levels? It really depends. Now, so you will know the current job positions. You need to go to the school's website and check the available positions that you can apply. Okay, so if you are elementary teachers, I think there's still really they're still going to hire lots of elementary teachers and even high school teachers. Now, if you are a math major or a science major, that is an asset. That's a good thing, because they're hiring more teachers on that kind of content. So yes, but I'm not saying that if you're an elementary teacher or general education teacher you cannot apply. You can still apply. You can try to apply. So H1B visa, yes. So guys, right now my visa is already H1B. My H1B was just approved last June 1, 2020. So it's just so right? It's just so fresh. So I was so happy. So I just want to tell you that it's really possible to apply to be an H1B visa holder, even if you're a teacher. Just like me, I am a living example. So I came here as a J1 teacher. I teach for 4 years as a J1 now. I did not finish my 5th year, which is okay, because you're not really required as long as you don't have a contract to a school. So I did not sign my contract from my previous school for the next school year because I applied for a different school and now I have an H1b visa. So I'm so happy, guys, because I can continue teaching here, especially that my family is already here. I have my husband and my 2 daughters, so we can continue living here in the USA. So I want to encourage you that it's really possible. And if you have some questions about the H1B visa, please write down in the comment. And you can always refer to my video that was filmed like a week ago about H1B visa and how to find H1B sponsors. So to find H1B sponsors, that's the big question, right? How to find an H1B sponsors? Are all schools hiring or giving H1B petition? No, the answer is no, not all schools. Some schools now prefer J1 visa because though it's just limited, but they're not going to spend lots of money. But there are still lots of H1B sponsors. So in order for you to find an H1B sponsor, you need to just go to Google. So I'm gonna help you do that. So you need to go to Google, guys, and then you need to write H1B sponsors elementary schools. So it will show you the list of school district that is currently hiring, that is currently an H1B sponsors. So some of it are sponsoring right now and some of it are sponsoring before. So there's a lot of lists, see? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of lists. Okay, it's like 100 lists of H1B sponsors, schools that is sponsoring H1B visa. So what you're gonna do is choose a school. Like for example, this one, a Dallas Independent School District. So you need to copy, and then you need to go back to Google, and then you need to search that school and find its website. So once you found that school, you check the current jobs. And once you go there, if you have questions, it says futureteachers@dallasisd.org. You can email that one and ask if they're still hiring H1B applicants. So that's how simple. Once you find an H1B sponsors and they say, yes, you can apply and we can petition you as long as you secure a job. So you need to apply for a position that is available. And when you apply, usually the good thing here in the USA is when you apply for a teaching job, there's no more demonstration like what we used to in the Philippines. Most of the time, they're just gonna interview you, and when they like you and you think you fit the job, they're gonna offer you a contract. That's how easy. So once you already establish a school and they can hire you, most schools have their own immigration lawyer, which is good if they have, because you can save lots of money. So and the H1B they can start your H1B application. Now, some schools are H1B exempt, CAP exempt. What do you mean by CAP exempt? Meaning they can petition you can give your H1B petition any time of the year. My current school is also H1B exempt, and other schools that I've known are also H1B exempt, CAP exempt. So they're not part of the lottery. Have you heard about the lottery? So meaning if the school is CAP exempt, you're not going to join the H1B lottery, which is done every April or May. So you can apply anytime and they can send your H1B petition anytime to the USCIS. So make sure that the school that you're applying is also CAP exempt. You can also ask that in your email when you already establish a connection with the HR. So yeah, so that's how to apply for H1B. So I really want to encourage you, especially now that the J1 visa has been suspended. I think it is better for you to seek for a teaching position through an H1B visa, because it is dual intent and you have a chance to change it to green card. So H1B visa is 6 years maximum, but anytime in your H1B visa, you can change it to green card if your employer is willing to petition you for a green card. So H1B visa is a work petition, so it needs an employment petition. That's why you really need to have an employer that is willing to give you the H1B petition. Okay, so before we proceed, let me read to your question, guys. Thank you, Radha. Yes, I'm really very happy. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jen, Derek, and Maritis. Yes, I'm so happy. And my family also, they also have their visas changed to H4 visa from J2 to H4. So I can still have my family here with me even though I have an H1B visa, so they can still continue to live with me. So yes, it's really a blessing from God, guys. Mansi Bat, ma'am, the school in UC has teachers from India. Of course, I have lots of Indian friends who are teaching here in the USA. In fact, my previous school, one of our admins is an Indian. So yes, you can apply, especially if your major is math, science, chemistry, those things. You can really apply. Even elementary teachers. When I applied in my new school, I've seen lots of Indian applicants as well. So yes, Mansi, but that's my answer. Yes, you can apply even if you are from India. Mr. J Learning Hub, you're also a kindergarten teacher there in Russia. Wow. Yes, kinder teacher rocks. I love kindergarten. So I'm so excited to be back in kindergarten. I've been teaching first grade for 3 years here in the USA. When I came here in the USA, last 2016, I was also a kindergarten teacher. Then after 1 year, I tried to apply for a first grade position and I was approved, and then I've been teaching first grade for 3 years. Now I am back to kindergarten in my new school and I'm so excited. I think I needed a break. I need to be back in kindergarten. I just love children. I just love young kids. So I'm so excited. And my eldest daughter is also an incoming kindergarten. So yeah, that's a plus. I can guide her. Can I apply for an H1B visa even if we are in the Philippines? Myth Legend TV. Yes, you can apply for an H1B even if you're in the Philippines. So just do the tips that I just shared a while ago. And if you haven't seen that, you can check my channel. I have a video about how to find H1B sponsors even if you are from the Philippines or any other parts of the country. So in my case, I am here in the USA already, right? When I applied for H1B, it is called adjustment of status. So it was easier on my part because I'm already certified here in the USA. But I think even if you're not yet certified, I think you can still apply. There are lots of teachers who came from the Philippines and applied through an H1B visa and still they got accepted here. So lots of teachers before, actually when the J1 is not yet that famous, lots of teachers came here through the H1B visa. But lately, there's a lot of J1 program because that's the easiest. Since there's no lottery, you can apply anytime for the J1 visa. But for H1B visa, some schools needs to be included in the H1B lottery. But find a school that is CAP exempt, meaning you can apply any time of the year. Thank you, Juvian. Okay. Mansi Bat, ma'am, is it beneficial to do master's in education from USA to work there? Okay, so having a master's degree is a plus. So in my case, I have a master's degree in early child education. So that's a plus on my part. It is really a plus if you have master's degree. Now, I want to encourage you, if you are still applying, if you're still currently applying, try to finish your master's degree or try to get a master's degree while waiting for an opportunity, because first, you will get higher salary if you have master's degree. Second, if there are 2 or 3 applicants out there, if you have master's degree, well, you will stand out, right? So having a master's degree is a plus, but it doesn't, I'm not saying it's a requirement. No, even if you only have a bachelor's degree and you are a capable teacher, you have long years of experience, well, you can apply. Yes. So but if you have 2 years experience only and you still don't have master's degree, personally, I would suggest that you take time. When I applied, I already have 6 years of teaching experience. I have a master's degree, so it was easier for me. I am confident when I applied. So if you want to have an assurance that you will really be hired, you need to invest in yourself. Okay, having a master's degree is like an investment. So do not take that for granted. If I could go back, guys, I want to study again. I like to go back to. I like to go and study. It's just that it's just like here. If I will study another, pursue like pursue a doctorate degree or more another master's degree, it's very expensive. I will tell you, like, if you want to take master's degree, maybe one semester will cost you $3,000. That is like 150,000 pesos in the Philippines, right? So better when you're still in the Philippines or you're in your country, you better take the chance and study. That's an investment. So do not take that for granted, okay? Thank you. Ma'am, after being hired directly, did you seek help from a sponsoring agency? Melanie Lampara. So this is what happened to me during my J1 visa program. So I applied directly to a school and the school gave me a contract, and the school is already had lots of J1 teachers. So they shared to me two sponsoring agencies that I can contact. So I just need to choose between which agencies would I like to, contact or have a connection. So I tried to message one first, but they refused to let my family be with me. So that's why I chose the other one, which allows me to bring my family, because last 2016 when I came here, I was able to bring my family with me, which is my husband and my eldest daughter. I gave birth with my youngest daughter when I'm already here in the USA, like during my first year. I got pregnant, so I gave birth here. That's why I have a US citizen child. So that's it. Once I established a connection with the school, I contacted a sponsoring agency, and that sponsoring agency is also connected with the school. So if you do not worry about sponsoring agency, because I'm sure if your school is hiring J1 teachers, they have a close contact with the sponsoring agency already. So you just need to ask them, what sponsoring agency would you like me to have? But if not, there you can go to j1visa.state.gov and find the a J1 agency, that sponsor agency that can help you. So there's a lot of, I'm gonna try to see and send it to you guys, how to find for program sponsors. So in order to you to go find the program sponsors, you need to go to teacher. So I am in j1visa.state.gov. Okay. I'm sending it to you. This is where you can find the J1 sponsor. Now, can you apply directly to the J1 sponsors? No. You cannot apply to J1 sponsors right away. You still need to make sure you have a job offer before you can apply for a J1 sponsor. I'm not familiar with the Jolly Phonics program. That's not what we're using way back in my previous school, but I'm not sure with my current school right now. Welcome, you're welcome, Mansi Bat. Okay, myth legend, I have a Spantron evaluation. Can I use it in AC of the USA? Yes, Spantron evaluation is also good. So you can use that one. Okay, can you send me the list or sites of the H1B visa sponsors? Okay, so you know what? Looking for an H1B sponsor. I already made a video about it, guys. So if you can check my video, I already showed it there on how to find an H1B sponsors. So later you can check it out. So that's the link of my video on how to find an H1B sponsors. If I do my master's education from USA, can I be sure that I will get a job in school? Um, okay, I'm not sure with your question, Mansibal, but having a master's degree will really give you a lot of edge and lots of chances to be a teacher here in the USA. Sheila Marie, I think that company is both a sponsoring and a recruitment. So that's why it's better to go to them, because you can save lots of money because they're acting like both recruitment and sponsoring. Okay, Joshua Kyle. Yes, I've heard about that. That there's a plan of cancellation of H1B and other visas. But as I said, it's just saying there's no official statement, there's no official bill. Okay, so that's why if you want, you can do it as soon as possible before their plans, before they're going to really cancel H1B application right now. So yeah, I've heard about that the current government, US government, is planning to cancel the H1B visas and other non-immigrant visas, but it's still not yet finalized. Okay, so Joshua Kyle, it's not yet finalized. So what I'm saying is, while right now it's not yet finalized, try to apply for an H1B visa. Or I think they're gonna cancel it, they're gonna suspend it. Not really cancel it, but suspend it due to, you know, what's happening in our world. But it is not permanent. Of course, they still need H1B visa. Without it, it will be very hard for the US not to hire foreign teachers to fill in the hard to fill jobs. So, yes, okay? I've heard about it, but it's not yet finalized. So that means you can still apply. How about schools who sponsor H1B? Yes. Okay. I mentioned about that in my video, how to find schools. But later on, for those who are here and trying to, for those who are here, I'm gonna send to you later one school district. I applied on this school district actually, but I did not pursue it because I was already hard in my current school. So they told me that yes, they can help petition for H1B as long as you get a teaching job position. But lately, their teaching job position is very limited because, you know, it's already June. So, but you can still apply, or you can keep their information and you can apply next year, because this school district is a big district and every year they have lots of teaching job position. So you can apply later on. Meet legend. So it means that J1 visa is already suspended. Yes, right now the CFO already declared suspension of the J1 visa program, but it says for the meantime. So right now the update is they are currently deliberating and reviewing the program and trying to assess what are the benefits that it's bringing to the Philippines, and trying to make sure that it is not being abused, right? So that's why right now they are sharing a survey link for all participants that you can apply, that you can fill in, so that they will come up with a good plan or good decision on whether to lift it or to keep it suspended. So I will be sending that to you in my exclusive email later, the link, because I cannot send it here because it's too long. The link is too long, so I can send it to you there in the email, okay? Okay, Joshua, yes. I'm not sure if the embassy will still accept interviews for the J1 visa, since it says that the CFO already informed the embassy that they will be suspending the J1 program. But you know, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of people said that, yeah, they're gonna retract their ban because they realize that it's not including teachers. So I hope so. I hope so. I hope that they're gonna review it as soon as possible and they're not gonna include the teachers J1 visa program, because for me, that the J1 exchange teachers program is not affected by the termination. It was the trainings program, the internship, but not the teachers exchange program, because as a teacher here in the USA, we have a contract. We are secure that we have a job and we will not be terminated as easily as that. We are protected by the US State Department. So I hope that they're gonna reconsider it. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. I hope that I was able to give you the information that you need. I'm still looking for some questions that I missed, and then I will be giving you my final instruction how to get the survey link and the information of one school district that is accepting H1B applicants. So Arjun, I missed your question a while ago. Do we need to include the GPA, ma'am? Yes. Please include GPA when you are doing credential evaluation. And today I will be filming a video on how to do credential evaluation here in the USA. So please check that out later. And if you haven't joined our group, Facebook group, please join Filipino Teachers Unite in USA. I am so active in that group, and also my Facebook page. Okay, so that's my Facebook that's my Facebook page. So you can also check that out. I will be giving you an updates later about it. So let me check if I've missed some of your questions. Sorry, guys, there's a lot of questions. So again, for those who are from India or other countries or even in Thailand, I think if you apply right now, I think you are, I'm not really sure, but for Indians, you are not part of the suspension of the J1 program, because that's only from the Philippines. So, okay, I think I haven't. So if you have last questions, guys, please feel free to drop in the comment. Okay, so yes. Okay, Joshua, teachers are essential workers. That's really true. You know what, guys? I think that teachers will be really needed here in the USA, especially that the reopening plans, they want lesser students in the classroom, so meaning they need more teachers. So I think that's a good thing for us. And if they're gonna suspend the J1 program, well, I think they're gonna be opening more opportunities for H1B, which is good, because if you have an H1B visa, you don't need to go home for 2 years. You can continue teaching here and eventually apply for a green card, which is good. Teachers in the past, they have H1B visa, and now they are already green card holders, and some are even citizens here in the USA. So yes, that's really good. For me, having an H1B visa is really good. It's better than J1, but sometimes we don't have a choice. During my time, I don't have a choice. My superintendent back then told me that that having H1B is like it will take long time to process, he said. So that's why he's just offering me H1B, a J1 visa. But for me, H1B visa is better. And you know what, guys? I'll just give you an idea. How long is an H1B visa? That's a question, right? Because a J1 visa only takes like, in my case, it only took me like 2 months to process and I was able to come here in the USA already. For J1 visa, maximum will be 2 to 3 months up processing. For H1B, how long is an H1B? Now, H1B is also 2 to 3 months, but there's a way to expedite the process. You just need to pay a premium processing. I think the premium processing now is 1,440. So some schools will be paying in behalf of you. They're gonna be paying for that. But some schools, you are the ones who will pay for that. Okay, the fees that they need to pay are for the H1B application. But for those extra like premium processing, you can pay for that. And then so when you pay for premium processing, your visa will just be approved for 15 days. Yes, that's how. But right now, due to what's happening in the world, I think they have canceled the premium processing. But I was still very blessed because during my time, I was included with the premium processing. So that's why my H1B visa was just approved for 15 days only. Yes, I got my H1B approval for 15 days. So that is possible with H1B visa. And they're planning to lift the suspension for the premium processing, not the H1B, okay? The premium processing very soon, I think this month. So you when you apply for H1B visa and you will do premium processing, it will be approved faster than waiting for 2 to 3 months. So that's how long. So the usual is 2 to 3 months, but there's a premium processing of 15 days for H1B visa. You don't need if you already have an H1B visa, you don't need a child to have a green card, or you don't need a spouse. If you already have an H1B visa, your employer can petition you for a green card. Okay? But if you're a J1 visa, you need to have a US citizen child or a US citizen spouse to change your H1B to change your J1 to H1B. Okay? So you can get a waiver. Having a US citizen child or a US citizen spouse will help you get a waiver. And that waiver is needed when you change your J1 to H1B. But if you're changing your H1B to green card, you don't need that anymore. You don't need a waiver. You just need a petition from your employer for you to change your H1 to H1B. Okay, Mr. Joshua. That's a correction. Yes, I have already a US citizen child. I already gave birth here. That's why I was able to get a waiver and change my J1 to H1B. The ND, yes, I was subject to 2 years home residency. I was subject. In my visa, in my DS, I was subject to 2 years home residency. But I was able to waive the 2 years home residency rule because I have a US citizen child. I gave birth here. And I was able to secure a J1 waiver through the no objection statement from the CFO. I got that waiver last year. So when I got my waiver, I was able to use that waiver when I applied to change my J1 visa to H1B visa for my adjustment of status. So without the waiver, you cannot change your J1 to H1B. So the only way that you can not go home for 2 years and change your J1 to H1B is to get a waiver. You're welcome, R. Cabral. Actually, Sheila, today it's already almost 7 a.m. here. So I think it's already late in the Philippines, but it's morning here in Arizona. Thank you, Deandy. Thank you, Joshua. So, Claudine, if you don't have a citizen child or husband when you are still under J1, you can change it into H1B right away? No. No, it is really hard. But as I said, there are other options to get a J1 waiver, but it's kinda it's really challenging to get those things. So if you haven't watched, I already make a video about how to get a J1 waiver. So I want to repeat this, guys. The easiest way, this is for the Philippines, okay? For those from India and other countries, you have other policies. And I think it's not as strict as the Philippines. But for now, to get a J1 waiver, if you're a Filipino J1 teacher, you still need to you need to get a J1 waiver from the CFO. They're going to ask if you have a US citizen child or a US citizen spouse. And there are other options, like if you have an ailing relatives, you can also do that. But there's a lot of, evidence that you need to prove. But if you have a US citizen child, you just need a birth certificate, or a US citizen spouse, you just need a marriage certificate. And they can give you the no objection statement. So yeah, it is, you cannot change your J1 visa to H1b visa without a J1 waiver. So that's why it's really very important to get a J1 waiver before you start your adjustment of status. Okay guys, I think it's very late already there in the Philippines, and thank you so much for joining me. So to those who are here, I want you to send me an email at I'm sending you my email. Okay, send me that. Okay, I'm sending you my email. Send me an email. Okay, so that I can give you the survey link from the CFO and the information of one school district that is accepting H1B applicants. Again, this school district has very limited positions already because it's already June, okay? If they don't have any available position for you, you can save their information and apply next year, okay? I'm not saying that they're currently applying, we have available of positions right now. But when I checked their website this morning, I think there's still like 5 positions that you can apply if you're a high school teacher or an elementary teacher, but not a lot, okay? So if you have no position that is available for them, you can apply next year, okay? Just want to assure you that this school district can really help H1B applicants, okay? So they already told me that yes, they can give me H1B petition before, as long as I can secure a job. But I did not pursue my application with them because I chose another school, which I am now. So this is also a good school district, guys. Joshua, that is a very, very shocking revelation. Paying for marriage for no objection? That's not right. I am not really sure about that. I'm not really sure about that, okay? So we need to confirm that. But for me, let's just do what is right. Happy Princess, I'm also a kindergarten teacher here in the Philippines, 5 years. Hello, other kindergarten teacher. Yes, you can try to apply. 5 years is already good enough. Okay, guys, did you get my email? Send me an email and I will be back at you as soon as I can, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Thank you, guys, and I hope that you will continue supporting my channel. And please, guys, right now I've been doing English tutorial videos because for me, as if you are an educator in the USA, speaking English is a must skill that you need to have. In order for you to communicate effectively to your students, you need to be prepared. And that's why I've been doing Speak English tutorial videos. And I hope that you will support me and share my videos, guys, to your friends. So I'll be doing lots of videos about it. So I have done lots of videos about applying here in the USA. And If you haven't checked my other videos, I have done videos about salary, about what to expect, how is teaching here in the USA, my classroom tour. I also have a classroom tour. I also have a day in my life as a teacher. You can see how's my day as a teacher here in the USA. So you check those videos, and in the coming videos, today I'll be filming my credential evaluation videos, and I'll be doing more videos on English tutorial videos to help you prepare yourself to become a better English speaker. Because here in the USA, you really need to be equipped with that skill so you can communicate effectively with your students. So thank you guys. Thank you. Please email me. Check my email. I gave it to you guys. I sent it here. So sending it one more time. Okay, send me an email so that I can reply to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys, everyone. Keep safe, take care. Please keep safe, everyone. Bye guys. Thank you so much for supporting and for joining me today. Bye.